All right, Ed. I want to be the first to welcome you to the Cringe City podcast. Rebrand,
Nice.
baby. Rebrand and renew. That's the
Yes.
last thing we had to do. We got the website, we got the feed, we got everything. We got the news, everything.
We told everyone it was a work in process. It was just going to take 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. And you know what? Just like the Brian Adams football team, 90
Hmm.
years making it to the playoffs, it's about
Worth the
time,
wait.
baby. Hey,
Definitely
so
worth
tell
the wait.
me, tell me if you have you heard of Carlee Russell? Like what's going on,
Uh,
what she did, or what this lady did?
so I heard like just headlines of it. Never got into the story. So I'm
All right,
intrigued now.
let me play this for you.
Okay.
All right, can you see it?
New developments,
Yes.
and that story of a nursing student who admitted to staging her own kidnapping, triggering a 49-hour search effort, now turning herself into authorities. ABC's Ike Jussie has the details on the charges she's facing. Good morning, Ike.
Good morning, Janae. Alabama prosecutors charging Carlee Russell with 2 misdemeanors for the 25-year-old's role in falsely reporting to law enforcement officers and falsely reporting an incident, each punishable with up to 1 year in prison if she's convicted. Now, on the night of July 13th, Russell called 911 from her car, claiming she saw a child walking alone on the interstate. Now, when police arrived, all they found was Russell's car, along with her wig, phone, and purse. But neither Russell nor the child were there. Now, her disappearance
She
sparked
left her
that
weave
frantic
back.
2-day search. Police and volunteers handing out
Evidence.
flyers, searching the area. That is, until Russell returned
They also found a tiny toddler wig.
Yeah.
home on the night of July 15th, claiming she was kidnapped and escaped, eventually admitting that she made the whole thing up. Now, the police chief saying Russell searched for Amber Alerts and the movie Taken on her phone for her disappearance. She's since been released on a $2,000 bond as she awaits trial. It's still unclear exactly why Russell fabricated the story. Guys?
Well, it's clear to me it's because she's fucking insane.
Well, at least
She's
she
an
did her due
insane woman.
diligence as a student.
At least she
She
what?
watched the movie. At least she did her due diligence and watched the movie about it.
It'd be funny if she had
Taken.
watched John Wick and she calls, I got four assassins after me.
Yeah, or she searched for the movie Taken, but instead it was like a love story where a girl gets taken
Yeah, yeah,
and
she
falls
searches.
in love.
Yeah, she searched for the movie Lake House. She called the police. I'm talking to somebody via the mail in the past. He can talk to me from the future, and
But
we're
what's
gonna
crazy
fall
is,
in love.
what does the baby have to do with all this? Like, why throw in a baby? I guess to get a quicker response.
Yeah, yeah. He
And
was
then
like
why?
people. He was like the fucking police don't give a shit about a missing black lady. It's like they don't give a fuck about a missing brown person. But she made sure like we gotta include a small white baby for it to count.
A little, yeah. Which update? The little white baby was the one who snitched on her, and the police got to the scene.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She
The
went
little
that
white
way,
baby.
officer.
It was the baby from the 50s. She
Yeah.
here. That's the one who did it. That's the spunky one.
Hey, if she can make this story up, so can I.
No, see, I don't. What was the? Is that your cumbia
That's my,
ringtone?
that's my, yes, my señorita's calling.
Your señorita, la chimoltrufia.
Yeah, Chilindrina.
What was the fuck? Yeah, wait. What does chimoltrufia mean?
I have no idea.
Did I just make up a word?
Probably.
What do you think her end game was? Like, you think she was trying to just do like a Jussie Smollett, like because like get clout and then
Hmm.
turn this into like fame, some kind of fame ploy or
Like a
something?
survivor story in the Lifetime movie type thing.
Well, see,
Is it, is it,
some of these
is that
people
still
did.
a
I
thing?
don't. Did they ever
Lifetime?
learn to fucking just daydream? Like, just daydream it. You don't have to follow through.
Hmm.
What were you saying? A lifetime movie? Like turn this into $40,000 paycheck? Is that what she was
Yeah,
trying to make? The Carlee Russell
exactly.
story.
Hey,
Like
times are rough.
who's
Gas
gonna give a
prices are
shit
going up.
though? Like even if everyone believed her, everybody, right?
Hmm.
She survives. It's a 2-day thing. She was actually kidnapped for 2 days.
Hmm.
The moment Donald Trump like fucking gets indicted for the 18th time, it's just everyone's gonna forget. So it doesn't matter why
Exactly.
you're going through all this trouble for people to only care about you for about 14 days.
Yes.
And then everyone's gonna forget. No one's gonna give a shit.
But how long was it? It was two days, right, for her?
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
missing.
She said she was kidnapped for 2 days, and then like she said that or the police, she walked home basically, and then they were like, what happened? And she was like, yeah, I don't really want to talk about
I'm a little tired.
it. Did she not just plan? And where's that kid you talked about?
Yeah.
I'm not getting into that. I
She's
really
like,
don't
where's
want to
my
get
wig
into it
though?
right now. What was that?
She's like, where's my wig though? Can I get that back?
Can I get my weave back?
I got to work tomorrow. Here's
Okay. They need to actually make an example out of somebody, dude, because this shit's just gonna
Yes.
keep happening. If she gets like a slap on the wrist, because really she kind of is getting what she wanted, which is fame.
Mhm.
People are talking about her. We're talking about her. Hopefully she likes and subscribes. She is getting clout, right? Not the kind of clout she wanted, but she's getting clout. So a lot of
Right.
people know her name. So deep down, she has to be having some kind of like positive reaction to this. Like, hey,
Mhm.
I wanted people to talk about me, and it's happening. Like
Mhm.
everyone thinks you're fucking nuts, but still, it's happening. So
Right.
if she really does not get like the book thrown at her, this is just gonna encourage other people. It's gonna encourage me. I'm gonna
And
do
me.
this shit. Yeah, let's just go in and on it together.
We're both gonna do this.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
I'm curious is, what was she doing for the 2 days? Like, where was she hiding at?
I
Because
don't
I would
know.
assume I
That
would
would be
assume the
interesting.
police was at her house the entire time they were looking for her,
Yeah,
just in case.
and she walked into the. She actually committed to the bit, if you think about it, because she said she called the police. Oh, there's a child on the side of the road. She pulled
Uh-huh.
over. She walks into the woods, and then just emerges 2 days later. So hey, say what you will, but or compare her to Jussie Smollett. She actually
Mhm.
committed to the bit.
That's
Jussie, he
true.
was like, oh, to the 30-second scuffle. She was in the woods for 2 days.
That's true.
You know what?
She
Let her
takes that
slide.
award.
Let her slide.
Yeah, I
If
won't
you're
forgive
willing to
her.
if you're willing to spend 2 days in the fucking cold Alabama woods, then yeah, you can. I believe you were taken. This is just like another bad sign, dude. Like it feels like society's kind of crumbling. Like the overall like psyche of society is just kind of very very thin, very
But
very
like,
thin line right now.
is that how we deal with problems now in society? We just kidnap ourselves?
Yeah, it's that or go into tremendous credit card debt.
Or
It's like,
both?
yeah, she maxed out her credit cards. So she said, fuck it, I'm walking into the woods.
Yeah.
I don't blame her,
But
dude.
so,
I'm telling you right now, I am about like I'm about half of a bad day away from walking into the woods myself.
uh, what would be like the closest in your area of you? Like, is it like the Fort Worth Trail? Like, is there a name for where you would
Are
be
you
at?
doxing me again, you motherfucker? Every
I
time.
mean, I forget about that.
Over here, no, over here you would just walk into like the fucking stockyards, and just
Hmm.
like hide in one of the, hide behind one of the bull fucking pens or whatever. What are they?
Just try
What's
to
the thing
blend in with the
called?
Longhorn,
What's the thing called right before they come out, like to
the
bull
bullpen.
ride? There you go, the bull. Yeah, one of the bull pen things.
You better do your research before you go missing.
Isn't that a fucking baseball thing? A bullpen?
It is. It's also a term, yeah, where the pitchers warm up.
What do they call it that? Oh, because the pitcher's the bull. He's about to knock everybody out.
Come on, yeah. It's funny that you bring that up because I was actually thinking about that earlier today. Like, why do they call it a bullpen? It's a pretty big coincidence.
It is very interesting if that's why they call it that, because the only more unathletic people that I've seen than baseball players is golf players,
Yes,
golf athletes.
I was thinking of getting into golf.
you,
There's no running.
baseball is such an unathletic sport that you had one athletic player, and he got
Yes,
like a $500 million contract. What was that
like,
guy in A not A Rod, but the one that played for the New York Yankees in like the '90s, or what was his name? The fuck, the
uh,
super tall guy. I don't know.
there, Hey, this isn't a sports show. Clearly.
I'm glad it isn't because this bit is so horrible. Hold on.
But when you think about it, it's funny. People complain that football, like it's like stop and go, stop and go. Like baseball's even more of that, isn't it? Like it's a sport that has continuous pauses. Like you stand there, you hit the ball, you run, you pause.
Yeah.
You throw again the ball. And,
Derek Jeter. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, you got one. Okay, let me finish my bit. Baseball is so fucking unathletic that there was one guy who lifted weights in the 90s and he got an $800 million contract. Derek Jeter.
And there's people doing steroids to keep up with it.
Yeah. Why? That's what I don't get, dude. Why? How is everybody in baseball like jacked to the shit? And when I look at them, they all have like pot bellies and like small arms, except for one
like
guy.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah. Babe Ruth is like the fattest man alive, and he broke like every record in baseball.
Yeah,
just while because smoking. While smoking and drinking moonshine.
Yeah, the good old days of baseball.
Yeah, it's funny when you think about like those old like old timey records that are either you kind of got the shit end of both sticks or the shit end of each stick. Because what's the fucking phrase? I'm having a seizure here, dude. You got the fucking shitty end of the stick. You got it bad shit either way.
Yes. It's shitty nonetheless.
Because like if you started off in like the 20s, 30s in a sport, you suck ass, right? So any record that you set is gonna immediately be blasted out. Like it's just gonna be fucking you're broken like by 10 times.
Like 10 home runs was a record.
Yes.
Now it's like 70.
Or you started at a point where the rules were different, so you could set a record that now the new guys cannot fucking break. You know,
true.
It's like, oh, some guy he got walked 800 times because some fucking technicality. He could get walked every single 15 times per game, some random shit.
It kind of reminds me of like the NBA, where like before there was no 3-point line, so all of these people that was like the leading scorer of the NBA who had like 20,000 points. He did it by twos, and then like years later they're like, oh, we're gonna make a shot that counts by 3 points. So you can technically make it. You can reach it
several 100,000.
Yeah. In 5 years, it would be a 5-point line.
Yeah, it would be funny if they do make like a 14-point line, and like a fucking Kobe's record, Shaq's record are just shattered by like the shitty guy on the Mavs. He's just like breaking their records.
Or like your first shot in the history of your career, if you shoot it from like one end of the court to the other, you automatically get 20,000 points.
Yeah, just stupid rules.
Hey, we're heading there in some of these sport leagues.
They added a shot clock to baseball, right? Or what did they add?
A
shot clock.
Yeah.
A pitching clock.
You better shoot it.
They also added a tiny little net in the pitcher's in the catcher's hand.
So now in between pitches they have 20 seconds. As opposed to where it was like it felt long. It supposedly it's like, well, not supposedly, it has shortened the game some.
My only question is, why didn't they do this like 40 years ago? Because that fucking sport is excruciating to watch. People talk shit about soccer. So a soccer game is 90 minutes and you're home. You're done.
Right.
It's
a race against the clock.
Don't baseball games go like fucking 5 hours sometimes?
Technically, it's I've seen like 4 or 5 hour games before.
Yeah, that's insane.
They're like in the 20th inning.
That's half of your day. That's all your free time.
And then it rains, and they're like, "We got to postpone this. We'll finish this tomorrow."
Yeah. And don't they end in? They can end in ties too, can't they?
No? I don't think they can.
That's why they go on for so. That's why they go on forever.
It's in a tie forever, so it's like they should.
So a baseball game, it will go on forever if it just never ties.
Yeah,
really, it just keeps. It can go on.
Yeah.
So there's probably some dumb record like a 24-hour game or some dumb shit like that, right?
I think it's like around 5 hours or so, 5-6 hours.
That's the record.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, of one continuous solid game.
Yeah. If
people were still in the stands like at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Yeah, if I ever went anywhere and the game still lasted 8 hours,
yeah,
I'm fighting somebody. I'm gonna go out there and score.
Yeah. Put me in, coach.
You're getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. Make this more interesting. I mean, they should add like fucking a 3-point line or something in baseball. You know, they should add like multi bats.
If the pitcher throws it from twice as far, three strikes.
Yeah, they should put that. They should actually put the pitcher like lengthen it, like double the length that he has to pitch from. That way, they actually have time to think and hit it. And then you know what? If the pitcher catches it, the pitcher gets a head start to run back and catch it, shit, you win the game.
Let's make the field a rectangle, so it's harder to get to first. It's longer.
Let's actually virtualize everything, put it in a video game, and just whoever wins.
Yes,
you play on PlayStation 5. Yeah, you call it the show, and you come out with a new one every year, a new league.
Charge $80 for it. Have you been to the new Rangers Stadium?
I've not. I haven't even been to the old Ranger Stadium.
Well, they're both still open if you want to knock them both out.
Are they really both open?
Yeah, so the old one, they were thinking about tearing it down, and they kept it. First, it was like some soccer league was going to use it, and then the XFL was like, "Oh, we'll use it," and then now there's a rugby team that uses it also. Oh, and then they have concerts there too.
Texas has a rugby team.
Mm-hmm. And now it's called the Choctaw Stadium or something like that.
And that's like an illegal gambling venue.
Apparently, it wasn't good enough for baseball, but good enough for all these other 5 sports. And now you use it.
Yeah. It's like this thing is about to fall at any moment. Give it to the Indians.
Yeah.
they'll be able to fix it.
Heat was the main thing for the stadium, and they played a lot of day games, especially on the weekends, where it was just like 1:00 games out in like the Texas heat, and so
because it's just open air, right?
Yeah. They thought about, they even did research about possibly putting a roof on that one, but they were like, yeah, it's not possible. Which I don't know the mindset that anything's possible when you put your mind to it.
But through God, anything is possible.
Yeah, so let him take the wheel. So they just spent another $1 billion instead and built it across.
Did you pray on it?
Across the street.
Yeah.
Like,
that's gonna be the dumbest thing there.
Like, hey, the sun hits a lot here. Let's build it across the street. But
what if they build it underground? They should just build it underground.
So for this new one, apparently they dug like 100 feet into the ground.
What the fuck? For what?
Yeah, so the field literally is like 100 feet underground. So like
below, so it will flood easily.
Yes.
It floods
to capture
easily.
Water.
So the next one's on stilts.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot the roof again.
Yeah.
And instead of tearing it down, they just keep buying land next to it.
Just building up multiple stadiums. Yeah, it is better. Like I will say, it's not as hot, but I don't think like when you're in your seats, it's still pretty warm. Like you can still sweat in there. And I guess if you're a big guy like me, you definitely will sweat.
Do you go to a lot of the games?
Lately here, I think like in the last month, I've taken Mikey to 2 games.
Damn.
Yeah.
How many games would you say you've gone to, like baseball games in your life?
My career,
over
100. Probably like 50, 60, maybe ish.
50, 60? Nice.
So, I mean,
I've been to maybe one.
Sure. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. One in high school.
Games. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
High school.
You probably fucking... Don't you have like season tickets or some shit?
Yeah, I do.
Jesus Christ.
So,
that's like... and it keeps going up, right? Each year?
The price, a little bit, yeah. I try to get a little closer each year, but if there's any ladies out there, I do got 2 tickets.
Well, you're like, what about your son? Nah.
I mean, I'll go too, but I mean, I don't want to bore him.
You buy like a 3rd season ticket thing, and then she's like, what about my kid?
Yeah.
She has a
TV.
Have you heard of these this alien hearing, Ed? Hear about that?
No.
You ever heard about the alien hearing?
I've just completely not watched the news like in the longest time.
And you're also you're mentally stable right now.
I have enough shit going on in my life. I don't need anyone else's problems right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm intrigued.
It turns out aliens are real.
Well, didn't they throw that at us when like COVID came out? And they were like, "Hey, we need a distraction."
Yeah.
Show them the alien videos.
They're starting to fucking sneeze on each other too much.
Yeah.
All right,
Remember just
well, I
like the
want you to
continuous things they were like, oh, bring the killer wasps out. Release the wasps.
yeah. COVID. Yeah, people were like, hold on, hey, it looks like COVID was made in the lab. There's wasps now. I do actually find it really funny that like it turns out that COVID was probably made in a lab ultimately.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it looks like it was made in the lab.
It's hard to believe that it's been 3 years since all that started. Like, it's crazy how much time has gone by.
Dude, yeah, 3 years.
Yeah.
I remember I was one of those like super panicking guys about did we talk during that time, right? Like right
Yeah,
before
we did a couple
it went nuts.
episodes. I think that's where we started the Zoom podcast episodes.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate Zoom.
Yeah.
I remember being like on the fucking Reddit forums and shit, all freaking out, like, oh, this thing is coming, like, everything's gonna be fucked up. It's like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And just like I need to do what you're doing. I need to stay off the fucking news for a little bit. Because I'm basically doing the same thing right now, except for artificial intelligence. I'm on that thread. I'm on the oh yeah, we got about 5 years for humanity.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I mean,
getting so good. We got about 5 years left.
I would be up to date and stuff, but it was too much. So now it's just me and Mikey watching Baby Boss
old Hey Arnold videos.
Yeah, SpongeBob episodes.
Just like rewatching SpongeBob.
Yeah,
analyzing it. All right, well, I want to introduce you to this revelation that happened. This is the first ever in history alien governmental hearing where on the record somebody has discussed aliens and the existence thereof.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Non-human biologics kind of sounds a little
made up.
Was it fucking jizz or something? Yeah, made up and disgusting at the same time. Yeah, baby, let me biologic all over your chest, baby.
Yeah, can you show me? I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll show you what my biologic is. Also, people were freaking out about this, right? Or they not freaking out, but they were like, "Oh my god, this is a big deal." I started looking into it a little bit. So basically, this guy, right, the guy who's like,
the whistleblower. Yes. Did you notice?
Basically, someone in there.
Did you notice his title underneath his name at the beginning? It said whistleblower.
That's his title.
Pentagon
he majored in whistleblower. This guy, Mr. Grush. Let's see here. Run out of time. Okay. We're almost out of time. So this guy, Mr. Grush, right? He I looked into it, right? I thought there was some big revelation because it was all over the internet. Yeah. This guy, he's talking about how like some guy told him who some other guy said that he saw. That's the whole revelation. He's like,
he said,
yeah,
she said.
Yeah, it's like 3 times removed. It's like, yeah, the guy who told me, he said that somebody saw it.
Yeah.
And this is the giant revelation everyone's talking about. Yeah, he said that she said. This did it with the aliens. The Navy video was like fucking way more captivating than this. Have you seen that one?
No.
This is more captivating. This one right here, where they're like, yeah, we
oh, was that where like the jet was like escorting them somewhere?
Yeah, it's like we're going at 800 miles per hour. We got this thing. That's more interesting. Now, I will say, it could just be a smudge on the window. If it's not moving at all, it could just be a smudge. I've been there. I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's just a smudge.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, this is nuts though, dude. You see how this is rotating?
That's
You see?
crazy. What?
And it's going like 500 miles an hour, like some insane fucking speed. Here's another one. Check this out. Look, he's trying to get it within the camera. You see that?
Yeah.
That's
What
like just something that's traveling incredibly fast.
what I'm curious is why does it say slave on the right on the screen?
Where?
Right there.
Dude, that's some fucking Illuminati shit right there.
And why does it say? Oh, okay. I thought it said UFC for a minute.
It does say UFC. It says UFC.
Well, are you sure that's not like an O just cut off?
No, that's a C for sure.
Oh, we're on to something.
The UFC. Conor McGregor. He's involved in this shit.
This is all a promotion for a fight.
It has to be, dude. There's no I mean, anytime. The only reason that I would, you know what? They released the UFOs to. She's probably did get kidnapped, Carlee. They always do it to hide something. They always do it to hide something or like not tell us something that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they're telling us, hey man, there's UFOs now. You got it. It's the opposite thing.
Yeah, it's the old switcheroo. Has she come
The
out
old
and said why?
fuckaroo.
Yeah, why she faked her kidnapping? Has she made a statement or anything?
No.
She's like, I'm just tired of the shit. Gas prices are too damn high.
I got it. Yeah, she just ran out of gas.
Yeah,
She was
I
too
don't wanna
embarrassed to
drive
say
home.
anything. She was too embarrassed to say anything. She called the cops, freaking out, and then she just said, "Fuck it, they're on their way. I'm walking into the woods."
Yeah, she ran out of gas, pulled over, and called AAA. They're like, "Ma'am, it's gonna be about 3 hours." She was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna cut through the woods."
Yeah, cutting through the
Right
woods. In the meantime,
then-
she saw Taken and she got a little confused because she had a couple drinks. Her weave was on too tight. She took the weave off. She made a call saying, "I think somebody's kidnapping me or something. My car's not working."
Yeah.
Schizophrenic. That's it. Case closed.
Mm-hmm.
UFO.
And it turns out there's still a missing baby out there. Like the one
shit.
the one detail they forgot about.
Yeah. Has anyone talked about how the baby? What happened with the baby?
I want to question the legitimacy of the missing baby part.
Yeah. Everyone was like, "This lady lied."
Yeah,
Has anyone searched for the baby?
that's crazy.
This says smiling in her mugshot indicates a strange disconnect from seriousness of what she did.
Isn't it the craziest thing though when you look at some of the mugshots, like the people smile? Sometimes
Yeah.
like they just did some of the craziest things and now they're just smiling.
Yeah, but also like, what are they supposed to do? You're
That's
taking a
true.
picture. They say
They're conditioned
cheese.
to smile. Yeah, that is very true. That's a good point.
I remember the one time I was arrested for like traffic tickets.
I
They
thought you were
fucking-
about to say trafficking.
Yeah, trafficking.
Okay.
Trafficking.
Yeah.
They made me this is kind of offensive actually because like they put a towel around my neck.
So I was actually going to say that. Like, have you seen the mugshots with the towel? And I've always wondered why.
Yeah,
And
they
I
were.
guess you can explain this.
Yes, I did. They yes, I will explain. Actually, you know what? Let's save that for the next episode. No, they were like, I asked them, I was like, why do I have to put a towel on my fucking neck? And they're like, so that when your mugshot is shown, if it's shown to a jury, they, based on what you're wearing, can't make any assumptions about like you as a person. Like, you know, if you walk in with like a dapper 2-piece suit, they'll be like, he must be innocent. He's clearly a businessman.
If you walk with
Or
a
if
Cowboys jersey.
If I walk in with a cowboy jersey, he's clearly guilty of that drunken bar fight. Oh, this man clearly hit his wife.
Yeah. All these extra charges.
Yeah, there's extra charges for being a Cowboys fan. Looks like we got 4 minutes left, Ed. Keep
So
the jokes coming.
Do they just wrap it around you like the towel, or how does that work?
Yeah, they fucking UFC'd me.
They
got
put
me
the
in
towel
every
on you. They're
mega
like, "What are we getting today? A number 2 and clip on the top." Just cutting your hair.
Yeah. They pull out the clippers. I remember that one time though, it was pretty funny because this guy, there was a Hispanic guy there, and and they put us in the jumpsuits, right? In the orange
Mhm.
jumpsuit. I don't know why they did all this. This was like Rockwall fucking city jail.
Just
They were
overdoing
fucking.
it.
They were literally like fucking
This will teach you to
playing.
not use your
They were
blinker.
playing like Huntsville, fucking Walls Unit, fucking Texas, and they made us get into these fucking orange jumpsuits. We
Mhm.
were all me and this one. There's only two people there, me and this one dude, but there were multiple jail cells. I don't know why they put us together. They this dude, um, he was butt naked under his thing, but they were like, okay, you put on your keep your shirt and your underwear, your undershirt and your underwear on. They told me,
Yeah.
right, but this guy was
Yeah.
butt naked under his, to
I
the
was like,
point
nah.
where like he must have been arrested when he was naked because when he was released, he just left in his jumpsuit.
You gotta keep
and
the souvenir.
and this guy, I remember he was a piece of shit because he two funny things about this actually. I was arrested in Arlington.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I was arrested in Rockwall,
Hmm.
and then I had a warrant in Dallas for traffic tickets, and then another warrant in Arlington for traffic tickets. And then I didn't have anything in Rockwall, but that's where I was driving at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, fuck. I was like, can I just pay it real quick whenever they like pulled me over and they're like, you have a warrant? I was like, can I pay it? And they're like, you by the time you get to jail, like to the jail, you can like pay it then.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, fuck it. It was like the weekend.
Hmm.
I paid the Dallas warrant, right? So then
Hmm.
that was cleared. And then they were like, no, Arlington, you still have one for Arlington, but the courthouse is closed or whatever, so you can't
Yeah.
pay it. And I'm like, I have the fucking money, I just want to pay it. And they're like, no, and we can't really, you can't pay it here and get released because they have an extradition on you, so they're gonna Arlington is gonna come get you. And I was like, what? I'm gonna get extradited over fucking traffic tickets, dude?
That's the thing that's insane to me. There's like people committing murder out here. They're like,
Yeah, yeah, for
just
like
behave and come back
four
once in a
four hundred
while.
dollar bond.
Yeah. Just check in once in a while.
Yeah, like they cut off their ankle monitor. They're like, "Yeah, I told you this is your last chance. You better
That's
not do it
crazy.
again."
So did it take you to Arlington?
No, I was able to bond out.
This is when you call Brian Longcar strong arm.
Yeah, and it's funny at that time because like my mom was like, "You're gonna stay in there." I was like, "Please, ma, just like, can you just bail me out? You're gonna rot, basically.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking rot." Anyways, Ed, we got
It was
1 minute
probably
left in the meeting.
it was probably that bad influence friend that you have
Yeah, that's right. Damn Latino.
that made you steal pencils when you were younger.
Yeah, it was definitely him. If it wasn't for him, I'd have paid my tickets. He taught me the wrong way. He was driving super illegally at age 13. He was driving me to middle school. We were driving to middle school.